I couldn't film the winching it up part because I needed both my hands, but here it is. I'm gonna tie it down and then I'll be on my way and deliver it. Alright, I'm all loaded up and on my way to deliver this Camaro. It's Friday after Thanksgiving, so I'm hoping there won't be too many people on the road. It should be okay. I'm about 40-45 minutes away, so it's going to take me a while, but well, that's what I have to do anyway. It should be a nice drive. This truck is pretty bumpy when it's empty, but when it's loaded with a trailer and a car on top of it, it's perfect. I don't think I'd shown you this truck before on the channel. I think the last video was even before I bought it. I bought this truck pretty much new last year. They couldn't sell it as a new truck because they had to drive it from the factory in Texas. So it had about 800 miles on the clock, and they knocked off 20 grand. So that was pretty interesting for me, and that's why I bought it. It's a Dodge Ram 3500 dually. I wanted a dually to hold the flatbed and cars because I think it's safer, and I wanted a Dodge because I love the Cummins diesel engine. And yeah, it's a pretty nice truck. I like the interior of it. It's just very bumpy when it's empty. But apart from that, we drive it a lot. I used to drive it most of the time, and then I gave it to my operations manager recently, a few months ago actually, and he's been driving it most of the time ever since. I just take it from time to time when he's not around and we need to deliver a car or go pick up one, something like that. But yeah, in just over a year we've already put over 26,000 miles on it, so it's definitely useful, and same for the trailer. But yeah, like I said before, I'm gonna go deliver this car, head back to the shop, and then I'll show you around what we have in the shop right now, and give you an idea of what's going on. Alright, I'm back at the shop and everybody's gone for the weekend, but before I leave I just wanted to give you an idea of what we have in the shop right now. So as you can see, it's messy and dirty, but that's what we have. So this International has been here for a little bit. It came in for service and a few things that needed to be replaced. I think the fuel gauge wasn't working and a few other things. I think it was running rough. We also had the top painted, and we're still missing a few things for the tailgate. We need new hinges and the latches, but as soon as we have that, everything is ready to go, and this one will leave. It's a pretty interesting setup they have with I don't know if I can put some lights in there, can't see much. They have a fuel injection and a few other things in there. It sounds pretty good. I'm not a big fan of the big wheels on it, but I mean, to each their own, I guess. Then we have this 59 DeSoto. That's a full frame of restoration. We've been working on it for close to a year, not quite a year yet, but pretty close. This frame has been sandblasted and powder coated, and we're just starting putting it back together. The transmission is rebuilt, the engine is rebuilt, pretty much everything is brand new on it. We've got all the hardware, I mean some of the hardware here that just got cat plated. The engine is here just waiting. And we just sent out this week the body to get worked on. Basically the floors need to be replaced because they're all rusted. The trunk floor, and I can't remember what else, but yeah, there's a little bit of work to be done on it, the bottom of the quarter panels. So as soon as this is done, he'll go to paint, and once the paint is done, then he'll come back here and we'll put everything back together. Right now we have the interior being redone as well, and I'm waiting on that hopefully in the next few weeks. But yeah, right now I'm still waiting on a few parts for this frame that should hopefully come either this weekend or next week, and after that we are ready to finish putting it back together and putting it on its wheels again. This Volvo P1800, it's a 1971, I think. It came in originally it was supposed to be dropped off at the shop, and then they called us on the day it was supposed to come here and said, we can't start it anymore, so can you come and pick it up and then make it running and driving again? So that's what we did, and we've already restarted it. Now we need to put a new fuel sending unit in the tank, because the one that was in there was completely done, and there's quite some work that they want us to do on the front end and suspension, and I think that's about it. Maybe the AC as well, I can't remember. I will need to check in the paperwork, but yeah, anyway, it's a pretty good looking car. It's tight in here, I don't know how much I can show you, but yeah, it looks pretty good, and this color is not bad either. This Nova here, it got dropped off at the shop one night last week, and I got notification on my phone because the cameras and the alarm picked it up, and it was like 10:30 p.m. On a Sunday last week, and we got a voicemail in the office saying that the owner broke down, so he had it dropped off here, and so we're gonna have to work on that. From what we've seen so far, it looks like the clutch went, but yeah, we need to put it on the lift and check exactly what's going on. It's a pretty cool car though. That's a repeat customer, actually. He was here for a service about a month ago, and well, apparently we did a good job because he came back. It's a cool car, and stick shift, it runs pretty nice. This car here, well, you don't see many of those in the US. It's a Citroën French car, 1973 Citroën SM. It got only imported in 73 and 74, and I think it's just like, don't quote me on that, but I think it was 1,200 cars each year or something like that, and there's not many of them remaining. It's an interesting car because it's on hydraulic suspensions. So basically you can't just start it up and drive. You need to wait for the car to lift up and the hydraulic system to build pressure. But they're really comfortable. We did a good service on it, and we just had the interior delivered today, so we're gonna install that next week. So all the seats, yeah, I'm gonna show you that in a moment, but yeah, all the seats were redone, and we need to get that installed next week. This one here is 1931 Chevy Roadster. It came in because it wasn't running basically, and when we checked on the engine, the valves were stuck, and push rods, quite a few of them were bent. So we took the head off and checked everything. We got the head cleaned up, and because there was a lot of build up in the cooling ducts, and but everything else, the bottom of the engine looks pretty nice actually. It's we're just waiting on a gasket set that should come either this weekend or early next week, and we'll put it back together. The distributor wasn't even put properly, so it wasn't working. The points weren't connected properly either, so there was no chance of starting this one up. But the fact that the valve was stuck was the main problem. So as soon as the gasket set comes in, then we'll be able to put it back together. One of the mechanics here lapped the valves a couple of days ago, I think, so everything is ready to go now. We just need the new push rods and the new gaskets. This 79 Ford Ranchero came in for the problem with the brakes. I think it wasn't braking properly. There was, I think, one of the lines were loose or something like that, so he lost pressure and a lot of fluid. And then he needed an adjustment on the carburetor, and what else? I think that's about it. The spark plugs were completely fouled, so we need to replace them, but they just got delivered today, so we'll do that on Monday. And yeah, that's about it. It's ready to go. Oh yeah, there was something in the dash as well. I think the fuel gauge wasn't working, and I still need to get a fuel sending unit for it. And yeah, after that we'll be okay. This one right here is a 66 Mustang convertible. It came in here for a problem with the heater core, and he had some chips in the paint that he wanted fixed. So we got that done. The heater core was replaced, and we also replaced the bezels in the dash and the wood on the glove box door. And yeah, this one is almost ready to go. We need to take it to the convertible top shop that we work with, because the top that's on it shrunk, so we can't really put it up and tighten it. So we need to do that next week. I wanted to do it today, but I didn't have time. We delivered 5 cars today, which hasn't happened for a while, but there were almost all of them ready to go. There were just like details to be finished on all of them, but yeah, so today we finished all of that, and people came and picked them up, and I delivered to myself a 57 Chevy and a 83 Camaro that had been in the shop for at least a couple of months. This Galaxy, that's a 64, it's been in the shop before. It's coming back because there's some leaks that we need to address, as you can see here on the plastic. So we need to check. From what I've seen so far, there's a leak on the selector of the transmission here, and there might be another one, I think somewhere here, but I'm not sure yet. So we need to take care of that next week and then send it back out. We've done a lot of work on this car. It's a cool story. It's a family car. It's the current owner's dad who had it when she was a kid, and then passed it on to her. But it hadn't run for, I can't remember, maybe 15 years or something like that. And so we restarted the car, and we did a lot of work to make it reliable and drivable. We put a new interior in it, and we delivered it maybe a month and a half ago. And yeah, now it's back for more. But yeah, I don't know if I can show you the interior, but maybe I'll do it next week when the car is down. It doesn't look like it right now because we've delivered so many cars today, but up until today it was packed, completely packed here. It was like side mirror to side mirror. That's why I have cars up on the lift, because I had to store one underneath, even though I don't really like doing that, but I had to do that. And same on the other shop next door that I'm gonna go and show you in a minute. It was too full, and yeah, so that's it for this car. Now this one, the Soto, that's a parts car for the one that's over there. It belongs to the same owner. We just take parts whenever we need them from it, and yeah, that's it. So yeah, for now that's all we need. We don't need to do anything on it. It's just here as a donor if we need parts for the other one. All right, I'll take you to the other side of the shop, and yeah, it's like I said at the beginning, it's messy, and it's not a modern shop, and it's not as good as I would want it to be. But I took over the lease on this unit back in December last year, because I was running out of space in the main one, which is right next door, where we're gonna go in a minute. But yeah, I was running out of space badly at the end of last year, and at first I could only afford to take over the lease and that's it. Then a few months later I put the lift over there and organized it a little bit better with shelves everywhere and a compressor and some equipment and stuff like that. It's still not great, but it's way better than what it used to be. Now we're still running out of space. Like I said, right now it's there's some space because we just delivered a bunch of cars today, but I don't know what the next few months are going to be like. But eventually I'd like to move out of here and get a proper shop, a standalone shop, like how a shop should be organized. The problem with that is that there's so much time that's lost when you move out of one shop to get into another one that right now I can't afford it. I'm still very young. I took over the whole business just over a year ago, and we've turned the company around, but now we need to build it and make it strong before we can take that risk. So for now that's how it is, but hopefully it'll be better soon. So let me take you to the other shop. So this is the main shop. That's the one that you've seen in the video that I posted last year. Oh, here is the interior for the Citroën on the other side, the one I just showed you. It's a pretty complex one because all these, that's just one piece of leather that go all the way down, and it's just going up and down and up and down in all the folds there. I think my poster wasn't expecting it to be that complex, and he said I should have charged you more, but yeah, I got a good deal on it. And I've got, so that's a back seat, and I've got the 2 front seats here, so that will go back in the car sometime next week. And yeah, so that's the shop that we moved in last year when I took over the company. Hasn't changed much. It's a little bit clearer, but still there's a bunch of crap everywhere that I would like to get rid of. There's a bunch of parts there that we hardly ever use. They came with the business when I bought it, but yeah, for now it takes so much time to sort through them and then put them up for sale and then discuss with every potential buyer, and at the end of the day it's not really worth it. It's more worth it for me to spend a few more hours working on cars than actually selling parts. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with all these parts yet, but I need to take care of them in some way. I'm just not sure what way yet. So here I've got this Mustang here. This one came about a week ago. It wasn't running, so we restarted it. We replaced the fuel tank. We worked on the brake. There's still a little bit of work to do on the rear brakes on this one, but it's not a valuable Mustang, but it's an interesting one because it's got the 6-cylinder engine in it, which to most people is nothing interesting. But since so many people have replaced those by V8 engine, either the 289 or the 302, there's almost none of these 6-cylinder Mustang left around, and well, that makes it a little bit more interesting, even though it's just a small Mustang. But that's what the Mustang was designed for originally. I'm going to take this off for the weekend. And this one is a stick shift on top of that, so it makes it even more interesting. There you go. And even this shop, I mean, there's some space now, but up until last night we had cars everywhere, even like packed in front of a forklift, and here I had another 2 instead of just this one. This 59 here is mine. We had a couple of slow weeks last year in September, and I said, well, if that continues, I need a backup project to give the guys if it stays slow. And so I found this one on Facebook Marketplace actually for pretty cheap, The engine had been rebuilt. It was never started. It was dry. There wasn't a drop of oil in it. And so I bought it in California. I went and picked it up and brought it back to Phoenix. And right after that we became busy again, and nobody had time to work on it. I tried to work on it every evening whenever I had a little bit of time. And last weekend I wanted to take it to the show, so we finished it quickly. There's still a lot of details to do on it, but it's a running and driving car. And I've put a lot of new parts on it. It's got brand new brakes everywhere, new radiator. The engine is brand new. What else? There's all the distributor. What else? Carburetor has been rebuilt. All the side trims and scoops have been repainted. All the electrics have been reconnected, because whoever took the engine out of this car cut all the electrics and without disconnecting anything. And the fact that it's a Fleetwood makes it interesting to me, because it's I mean, 4 doors are never as valuable as 2 doors, but if there's one 4-door to have, that's a Fleetwood. It was the top of the range for the 4-door Cadillacs at the time. I still need to find fender skirts for it, but they're expensive and I haven't found any yet, and I really haven't looked too hard either. I put new tank in it, new sanding unit, new exhaust all the way to the exhaust manifold. Yeah, it's a nice running and driving car. It's not perfect by any means, but it runs and drives pretty nicely. This 64 here is one of my mechanics. He had it for the show last weekend, and then a bunch of crap went into the carburetor, so we need to clean it up before he takes it back. But yeah, that's a nice Cadillac. He's considering repainting it and doing a new interior on it, but it looks pretty nice. And the engine is strong on this one. This 69 Buick GS400, that's a stage 1. We've had it in the shop for months now. They've done pretty much full restoration, short of taking the body off the frame, but everything else has been redone. The engine is new, the transmission is new, new clutch, interior got fixed because there was a few problems on it. Let me see if I can pop the hood. There you go. Everything is brand new in there. We put full disc brakes all around, new radiator, everything. AC, we put a brand new AC system in it. Yeah, it's a nice car. We're almost done. Now they want a color change on it, so it's going to be Diplomat Blue. So as soon as we're done with the last details, we're going to take it to the body shop so we can do the color change. And yeah, it'll be ready after that. It's a nice car. It's a really nice car. Then we have this 52 Lincoln Capri. This one has been in the shop a few times already before. Now we're doing a full new wiring harness on it. We've been working on that for a little bit now, but it's getting close. It's an interesting one because it's 6 volt and it's a positive ground, so it makes it even more challenging. It's a cool little car. There we go. And the last one that I have to show you for now is this one here. That's a 67 Camaro RS. That's another family car. It belonged, or used to belong, to the dad of the current owner, and then it belonged to his brother, and now to him. We did a new engine, or an engine rebuilt on it, new carburetor, AC system as well. We're gonna do a full new interior in it. Right now everything is out of the car, and the main thing on this project was to take out the automatic transmission and put a stick shift in it. So the stick shift is now installed. We just need to put the shifter and finish all the details, and once everything is done, oh, we put a new windshield on it too, and once everything is done, we'll take it to the body shop as well, because he wants it blue. So that's another one that's going to end up being blue, and I think the interior is going to be white on this one. But yeah, there's still a little bit of work on it, but yeah, it's getting there. And I think that's about it. Oh no, that's the last one I have to show you is the frame that's here. Doesn't look like much, but there's a lot of work that's been done on it. That's a customer who had 1966 International pickup truck, and he wanted it's a full custom project on it. So he wanted new LS engine, everything brand new on it, disc brakes, huge wheels, and so big engine, strong transmission, new drive shaft, new axles, rear end, everything is brand new on it. We just got it back. We reinforced the frame because it was just a riveted frame originally, so it was flexing all over the place. So we put all these cross members, and we just got it back from being sandblasted and powder coated. So next week we should be able to start putting everything back together. We have a lot of things for it. We have new springs, custom made. We have the engine. We have the new transmission. Yeah, pretty much everything. The body and the bed of this truck, or the cab and the bed of this truck, are in the other shop. I forgot to show you when I was there before, but I'll show you later, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. As soon as we're done with that, or as soon as we have more progress, I'll keep you posted and I'll show you what we have. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to show you for now. I'll try and make more videos like that, just to keep you posted on what we're doing. Yeah, and maybe next time I go to Tucson, I'll do the same thing over there. I should be able to go sometime next week, or maybe the week after. I'm not sure yet, depending on how the week goes, but yeah, we'll see. And for the time being, I hope you like these kind of videos. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you'd like to see. I can show you more details, or I've been thinking for a while of making videos about like cool details about each of the cars we work on. There's a bunch of like neat little things that were put on some of these cars, and I don't know, I just thought that maybe some people would like to see some of these things. Just let me know what you want to see. Basically, I spend at least 12-14 hours a day in these shops anyway, so I can find the time to show you whatever you want. I just need to know what it is. But for the time being, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider subscribing and click this thumbs up button. That always helps the channel. I'm gonna try and get it restarted to the level it used to be a few years ago, and yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Alright, time to take the dually home for the weekend.